For decades, mathematicians believed that income followed a predictable path. You study hard, you publish papers, you teach. Maybe you move into industry, maybe you stay in academia. The road was narrow but clear. But in 2026, something has shifted. There is a platform that most mathematicians use casually, occasionally, or sometimes ignore completely, and yet it has quietly become one of the most powerful earning tools available. That platform is LinkedIn, and for mathematicians, it is no longer just a networking site. It is a marketplace of ideas, reputation, visibility, and income. Many mathematicians underestimate LinkedIn because they misunderstand it. They think it is just a place to upload a CV, list publications, and occasionally congratulate someone on a new job. But LinkedIn today is a living ecosystem. It is where industries search for expertise. It is where startups look for problem solvers. It is where recruiters scout quietly. It is where consulting inquiries begin. It is where thought leadership converts into opportunity. And mathematicians, perhaps more than anyone, are uniquely positioned to benefit from this shift if they understand how to use it strategically. Let's begin with a simple truth. Mathematics is everywhere. Data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantitative finance, risk analysis, optimization, cryptography, logistics, climate modeling, all of these fields depend deeply on mathematical thinking. Companies do not always advertise, "We need a mathematician." Instead, they advertise for data scientists, AI engineers, quantitative analysts, optimization specialists. Behind those titles lies mathematics. LinkedIn is the bridge that translates mathematical skill into economic opportunity. But the transformation does not happen automatically. A profile alone is not enough. Visibility matters. In the traditional academic world, visibility comes from journals and conferences. On LinkedIn, visibility comes from content, engagement, positioning, and clarity of expertise. When a mathematician consistently shares insights, explaining concepts clearly, discussing applications, reflecting on research trends, something subtle begins to happen. Their name becomes associated with competence. Their posts demonstrate thinking style. Their network grows, and with visibility comes opportunity. Consider the mathematician who posts weekly explanations of optimization techniques used in supply chain management. Over time, logistics companies notice. Operations managers engage. A direct message arrives. "We're facing an optimization issue. Would you be open to consulting?" That message can turn into a contract. That contract can turn into recurring advisory work. All because expertise was made visible. LinkedIn rewards clarity and specialization. A mathematician who vaguely lists research in abstract algebra may not attract industry attention, but a mathematician who explains how algebraic structures influence cryptography, security systems, positions themselves differently. A probabilist who connects theory to risk modeling in insurance becomes relevant to actuaries. A graph theorist who discusses network analysis in cybersecurity attracts technology firms. The key is translation. LinkedIn is not about simplifying mathematics. It is about contextualizing it. Another dimension of LinkedIn as a secret weapon lies in reputation building. In academia, reputation grows slowly. Citations accumulate gradually. On LinkedIn, reputation can scale quickly. A well-written post explaining a mathematical breakthrough can reach thousands of professionals within hours. A thoughtful commentary on AI ethics in mathematical modeling can spark discussion across industries. The platform amplifies voice. And in the digital economy, voice is leverage. Earning opportunities on LinkedIn for mathematicians generally fall into several categories. The first is direct employment. Recruiters actively search for keywords: linear algebra, machine learning, probability modeling, optimization, quantitative analysis. A well-optimized profile aligned with these keywords increases discoverability. The second is consulting. Companies often need short-term expertise without hiring full-time staff. LinkedIn messages frequently initiate these projects. The third is education and training. Organizations look for experts to deliver workshops, webinars, and technical training sessions. A mathematician who consistently posts valuable content becomes a natural candidate. The fourth is collaboration and research. Funding, industry academic partnerships often begin with professional connections formed online. There is also an entrepreneurial dimension. Some mathematicians build personal brands around mathematical clarity. They create courses, write newsletters, publish books, or launch educational platforms. LinkedIn becomes the distribution channel. By sharing consistent insights and building trust, they cultivate an audience. That audience becomes customers. The monetization does not happen through aggressive selling, but through credibility. People invest in expertise they trust. One of the most powerful aspects of LinkedIn in 2026 is algorithmic amplification. When posts generate engagement, thoughtful comments, discussions, shares, the platform pushes them further. This creates a compounding effect. A mathematician who posts once may see limited reach, but one who posts consistently builds momentum. The network effect expands visibility beyond immediate contacts. Over time, this visibility translates into inbound opportunities rather than outbound job searching. There is also a psychological shift required. Many mathematicians are trained to be modest, to let the work speak for itself. But in a digital, professional environment, visibility requires articulation. Sharing your insights is not arrogance, it is contribution. When you explain a theorem's practical impact or break down a complex concept into understandable language, you are not self-promoting. You are educating, and education builds authority. Let us consider a scenario. A PhD mathematician specializes in graph theory. Traditionally, they may teach and publish. On LinkedIn, they begin posting about network analysis applications in cybersecurity. They analyze recent cyberattacks from a graph perspective. They explain how network connectivity patterns reveal vulnerabilities. Gradually, cybersecurity professionals engage. Invitations to speak at industry events appear. A consulting contract follows. Eventually, they may advise startups or join advisory boards. The mathematics did not change. The visibility did. Another example involves data science. Many mathematicians have strong probability and statistics backgrounds. By sharing case studies on probabilistic forecasting or Bayesian inference, they attract analytics teams. Companies facing predictive modeling challenges reach out. Freelance data science contracts emerge. LinkedIn becomes not just a profile, but a client acquisition tool. The key lies in consistency and positioning. Posting once every few months will not create momentum, but sharing weekly insights, engaging with others' posts, commenting thoughtfully on industry discussions, these behaviors compound. LinkedIn is less about viral moments and more about sustained presence. There is also a broader economic context. Reports consistently show that professionals who integrate AI tools into their workflow earn more than those who do not. Mathematicians who combine technical depth with communication and AI literacy become especially valuable. LinkedIn becomes the stage where this combination is demonstrated. A mathematician who explains how linear algebra underpins neural networks while showcasing practical AI experiments signals both depth and modern relevance. 1. Fear mathematicians sometimes express is commercialization. They worry that engaging on LinkedIn may dilute academic seriousness. But the opposite can be true. By articulating research impact publicly, mathematicians strengthen their societal relevance. Funding bodies increasingly value outreach and practical application. A visible LinkedIn presence can support grant applications by demonstrating broader impact. The platform also facilitates global reach. In the past, consulting might have been geographically limited. Today, a mathematician in one country can collaborate with firms worldwide. Time zones become manageable. Remote work is normalized. LinkedIn messages cross borders effortlessly. The earning ceiling expands beyond local opportunities. However, authenticity is crucial. The goal is not to mimic influencers or chase trends. Unrelated to expertise, the goal is to remain deeply mathematical while connecting to real-world problems. The strongest LinkedIn presence for a mathematician is one that blends rigor with accessibility. In 2026, LinkedIn is not merely a social network, it is a digital reputation engine. For mathematicians, it can function as a silent career accelerator. It reduces reliance on traditional gatekeepers. It allows direct communication between expertise and opportunity. It transforms abstract skill into visible value. The secret weapon is not the platform itself. It is strategic usage. Optimize your profile with clear expertise. Share insights regularly. Connect mathematics to industry challenges. Engage thoughtfully with others. Over time, opportunity compounds. Mathematics remains one of the most powerful intellectual disciplines. LinkedIn provides the channel through which that power can be recognized economically. The modern mathematician does not need to choose between intellectual integrity and financial growth. With intentional positioning, they can achieve both. So the question is not whether LinkedIn works for mathematicians. It is whether mathematicians are willing to use it deliberately. In a world increasingly shaped by algorithms, visibility equals leverage. And for those who understand patterns, structures, and networks, mastering LinkedIn may be one of the most practical applications of mathematics itself. This is not hype, it is strategy. LinkedIn is not just a platform. For mathematicians in 2026, it is a secret weapon for earning.